Have you ever wondered what is the best hero inside of Clash Mini? Regardless of maps, game modes, gizmos, what is the one hero that is on top of Clash Mini right now? It is now time for the first ever pro tier list. But first, a word from our sponsors. Drink water. It sure is good for your health.
And this video is also sponsored by me. Okay, well, it's not, but I'm here, so.
Big shout out from these players that are appearing on the screen right now for helping me make the ultimate tier list. In the F tier, we have the Natureborn. The worst hero in the game is currently the Natureborn. It's a hero when first introduced, I was like, oh my god, you're gonna have a Shield Maiden and an Archer Queen combined together. So that's gonna give you a lot of flexibility. But it turns out Natureborn is neither a good tank or a good support troop. Her deer form simply doesn't provide enough tanking to be a great, valuable hero. And her human form kind of leaves you without any tanks up front. And by the time you get that amazing E-Wiz Natureborn combo, Natureborn Witch combo, the enemy's troops are already really close to killing your combos. We've also seen troops like the Healing Ranger and the Fisherman being in almost every single deck. This makes the Natureborn not a viable option inside of the meta. Before jumping into the D tier, only 20% of you guys watching are subscribed. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to never miss out on my new Clash Mini videos, and also to help me become a Supercell creator so I can give you guys some sneak peeks.
In the detail, we have the Royal Champion. I'm convinced she's a con artist, and here's why. She tries to persuade you she's the real deal by swinging shields left and right like she's Captain America, charging a super time and time again on skeletons. And not to mention her mouth-watering body. Ooh la la! But just like the sequel to your favorite films, she overpromises and under-delivers. She can't charge her super nearly as effectively after her monumental rework a few months ago, and the popular heroes like Barb King, Shield Maiden, and Archer Queen can all counter her pretty well. And she's nothing compared to the hero in the S tier, which is so strong it'll make you second guess the deck you're using.
Next up, we have the Countess, aka Mrs. Backstab. A very, very niche pick, meaning she really shines against Barbarian King, against maybe Wave Masters, because Countess shines on killing those Healing Rangers, those Dark Goblins, those support troops that are so prevalent inside of the meta. That's why she's going to be joining the Royal Champion in the D tier here. Even though she does really well against those support troops like the Mini P.E.K.K.A Dissipate, heroes like the Monk, the Skeleton King really gives Countess players a really tough time, and that's why she's in the D tier.
In the C tier, we have the Skeleton King. This is the hero that resembles you the most. Yes, you. You know why? He thrives in isolation. He relies on that energy absorb and the extra damage so much, so when he can't activate the isolation, he becomes almost useless. The revive doesn't offer a lot of value as well, because most of the time he only kills one, if any, enemies at all before he's summoned from the dead. The only deck that can work with him is the Clash deck with the Royal Ghost.
Now, talking about the Wave Master, he's going to be joining the SK in the C tier. Wave Master has seen better days, and he's one of the heroes with the most insane survivabilities in the game, yes. But there are many heroes that counter him. We have the Archer Queen with the Musketeer boot that does a lot of work. We have the Monk that also can really cancel out any Wave Master players. We have the Skeleton King, which is a great viable counter to the Wave Master. And we could say in a way the Countess, because Wave Master heavily relies on those support troops like the Healing Ranger, like the Bowler, and it's just not going to be enough. He also struggles against both P.E.K.K.A and Mini P.E.K.K.A. The big P.E.K.K.A can nearly 2-tap the Wave Master when upgraded to 2 stars. the mini P.E.K.K.A. Dissipate is just absolutely just incredible against the Wave Master because it can really cancel a Wave Master, which is why he's going to be joining the Skeleton King in the C tier.
B tier, we have the Monk. What can I say? He's pretty mid. He can counter some heroes pretty well, like Shield Maiden or Wave Master, but a good Archer Queen or Barber King player can easily beat a Monk. You're really just betting on getting the good matchups, so when you're playing this hero, you don't want your imagination to run a Monk. That's so dumb.
Moving into the A tier here, we're starting to talk about these heroes that are absolutely dominating the meta. And the first one in the A tier is going to be the Archer Queen. Archer Queen, ever since her bug fix, is just an absolute powerhouse. This also is due to the fact that there is no pocket artillery in the Gizmo rotation, which is a huge hard counter to the Archer Queen. It's overall, the Archer Queen decks are so versatile. You've got Musketeer to boop anything that's coming in the Archer Queen's direction. You've got a Healing Ranger supporting everyone. You've got a Fisherman, you know, whatever you want to hook that Dark Goblin, that Healing Ranger, you got it. You also have the mini P.E.K.K.A. that has such a great synergy in this deck because it really denies any type of heroes and minis that require that energy. And it's just an overall great DPS. So for me, Archer Queen definitely belongs to that A tier. A very strong hero inside of this meta.
In A tier, we have Shield Maiden. Here's her charm. She can do pretty well against every hero, well, except Barb King. That's kind of her Achilles heel. But she can still be a monster, especially paired with the Battle Healer and the Healing Ranger, which can just provide her with so much heals and also energy to charge up her super. Not to toot my own horn, but I personally gotten into top 3 and even qualified for a pro tournament relying on this deck. So it's definitely very reliable and I would recommend it very much.
And the S tier hero side of Clashman, you guys have probably guessed it. It's Mr. BK. His nerf wasn't enough to really push the BK out of the meta. He's got such a versatile kit. He's got an invincibility shield that lasts 45 seconds. He's got 4 HP every 4 shots. He's got damage, boost, the whole board, which synergizes extremely well with the Dark Goblin, the Healing Range, the Bowler. He can also be played with the mini P.E.K.K.A. that just does literally the exact same damage as a big P.E.K.K.A. when damage boosted once, twice. It's BK 3.0 is the reason why BK is so strong. I haven't seen many BK 2.0 variations or you often see maybe a BK Golden Giant Prince variation happening in competition, but other than that, BK 3.0 absolutely dominating Clash Mini. So we're looking forward to the next balance changes to see if they can address the BK's dominance. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tier list.